everyone, welcome to Harvest Caye, Norwegian's private island in the Bahamas. Today we're going to take you on a tour of the entire island and give you a ton of information. Let's go. Hey everyone, John here from Byte Cruises. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we're a travel agency. Our goal here is to give you the best information possible about cruising so you can plan and go on an amazing cruise vacation. Today, we're going to be talking all about Harvest Caye, Belize. This is Norwegian's private island in Belize. This is going to be slightly different than some of the cruise line's private islands because you do have to pay for things here. You can't just use your cruise key card to pay for things. Everything is going to be a la carte. We're going to go through every excursion on the island. We're going to tell you where everything is and all about the fun things you could do here. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Harvest Caye is in southern Belize. It's the Caribbean's premier island destination. You can immerse yourself in this natural beauty and culture. It is a 75-acre oasis featuring an expansive pool, swim-up bar, saltwater lagoon, water sports. You have a huge 7-acre beach. You have zip lines. You have snorkeling and a ton of other things to do. Let's start off here on the pier. When you get off the ship, you are going to see these different sections here. This is where you would go if you have a Norwegian sponsored excursion. You're going to find your guides and people right there. Those are going to be your meeting spots. Otherwise, you're going to walk down this long pier. Keep in mind there are trams and some transportation, as you can see here, to get you back and forth. This is a very, very long walk to the actual island. Just be aware of that. If you do have some mobility issues, you're going to want to jump on the tram here. But otherwise, you could stay to your left here and walk down. As you get all the way to the end, you're going to come to the entrance of Harvest Caye here. I'm going to go back and forth between different things you can do and kind of where we're at. So this is the welcome pavilion, so to speak. This is where the trams will drop you off. They'll drop you off right at the very front there by those metal grates that say Harvest Caye. You can say Caye or Key. The actual pronunciation is Caye. As you can see with Carnival, they changed the name of their new island to Celebration Caye. But it does look like Caye, so whatever, you know, perfect day, Coco Caye, perfect day, Coco Caye, whatever you want to say. As you come through here, you could say they have the little misters in case it's really hot. And then as we wander up here, immediately to your right is going to be an excursion point if you're doing things on the island. Otherwise, there are restrooms to your left, and we're going to go through everything so you'll see where all the shops are, where the pavilions are, where they have some entertainment and different things going on. So without further ado, let's get into some of the tours as we wander through the area here. Again, this is a 75-acre little island here, so there are lots of little nooks and crannies and places for you to go. First up, if you wanted to do a tour of the mainland, these are things that are going to take you out of the little island here and into the mainland of Belize. These are all through Norwegian Cruise Line. Obviously, you can also book tours and different things through companies like Viator. But today we're going to focus on all of the excursions that you can do through Norwegian Cruise Line, since this is their exclusive private island. So first up, you have a Mayan Ruins and Spice Farm tour. This tour is 6 hours. It is $139. The minimum age is 5, and the maximum weight for that is 275 pounds. Next up, there is a Rainforest River Tubing tour. That is 5.5 hours. Currently, it's $99. The minimum age is 8, and the maximum weight, again, $275. Next up, you have the Nimli Punit with lunch. That is 5.75 hours, so just about 6 hours. The minimum age there is going to be 5 years old, and the maximum weight is going to be 275 pounds. When you go into your app for Norwegian, or if you're on the website, you will find full descriptions of all of these tours that are going to give you a really good idea of everything that is going on there and how long things take. Keep in mind, for some of these, they have a specific meeting time. They have many meeting times because they're going to be tubing or just boat rides. As you can see, as we walk through here in the shops, they have jade shops and they have coffee shops. There's some restaurants here. We'll take you inside some of the restaurants as well as we wander up here to the marina. Next up, you can do the Spice Farm and Botanical Gardens tour. That is 5 hours and $109. The minimum age for that is 5, and the maximum weight is 275 pounds. Next up, there is a Mayan culture and medicine trail, 5 hours, $109. That one you have to be at least 12, and the max weight is 300 pounds. There are 2 more mainland tours here, the Mango Creek and Independence Village Life, where they take you in and kind of show you what it's like to live here in Belize. It is 2.5 hours, $69. There is no minimum age or maximum weight for that because it's mostly just wandering through off of a little bus there. So then they have the Kikichi Chocolate and Culture Tour. That one's 6 hours. You get to learn a lot about Belizean life as well as the chocolate culture there. It's $119. Minimum age is 3 and the maximum weight is 300 pounds. Those are the mainland tours that you could do. Those are going to be tours that Norwegian sponsors. You're going to meet there on the dock and they're going to take you off of this little island oasis here into the mainland of Belize. As we wander through again, you're going to see kiosks like you see in many of the private islands and in many of the cruise ports that you stop at, where they have things for sale by the locals. Here specifically, these are all Belizean culture things and all sponsored by local artists and local artisans. As you can see, you do have immediate access to the lagoon here, as well as the beach, as well as a pool, which we'll show you later. Next up, let's talk about beach, snorkel, and adventure things that you could do. These are things that you would come into the private island and go to that excursions desk. They have the Placencia Lagoon, Wildlife and Mangrove. That's an hour and a half, $69. 5 years old is the minimum age and 275 pounds maximum weight. You have the Toucan Cafe here. Remember, keep in mind, you cannot use your cruise card here. You have to pay for things. You can also see the little Starbucks cart that goes around the island. They have a Howler Monkey River Expedition, 3.25 hours, $139. Minimum age is 2. The maximum weight is 250 pounds. Next up, you can go parasailing. 1 hour is $119. That has an 8-year-old minimum and a 60-pound minimum. So you have to be at least 60 pounds to do parasailing. Otherwise, you're just going to fly away. Nobody wants that. As you can see here, you can wander all around the little nooks and crannies. There are some yachts and different things here. These are all excursion boats, but you can kind of head around. You will see signs where you cannot go, where it says staff only. Some people don't listen to those, as you'll see later. But for the most part, it is pretty open and welcoming here, and you can wander around most of the island without any kind of impedance by anyone else. Next up, there is a Flight House Zipline Adrenaline Package. An hour is $109, minimum of 8 years old, maximum of 250 pounds. You could do a Parasail Observer, which means you just get to go out there and hang out on the boat. That is $29, no limits on that. There is a pedalboard Manatee Watch. That's an hour, it's $69. You must be 8 at least, and the maximum weight is 250 pounds. Next up, Black Swan Electric Boat Cruise. It is 45 minutes, $49, minimum age of 4, maximum weight of 275 pounds. See here, there is a restaurant here, that Mahogany Cafe. There are restrooms there as well, just so you're aware. There are several spots where you have restrooms around the island. Just keep an eye out for them. There are little ice cream shops here, as you can see. And as we wander down here, we're going to wander into the wildlife experience. Next up, you have the Barrier Reef Snorkel. That's 2.5 hours, $119, minimum of 8 years old, maximum of 275 pounds. Right now, we are going to walk into the wildlife experience, which is really cool. Again, you're going to see the misters here, especially feels really nice on a very, very hot day. As you wander through here, there are a lot of different things for you to see. There are some snake exhibits. We're going to go first into the butterfly exhibit, which is really beautiful here. Snake exhibit to your left there, and then the butterflies to your right. We're going to wander right into here. Any of these things I'm showing you, I'll let you know if there's a cost. There's no cost here to go into this wildlife experience. It is wide open. You can just wander in. This gentleman will make sure the little butterflies don't escape. As you can see all these beautiful, beautiful butterflies in here. This is going to be a really long tour of the island, but we wanted to give you a really, really thorough explanation and visuals of everything that you could do here on the island and kind of give you the definitive tour of everything that is Harvest Caye here, so you know exactly what you're up against and you can see everything. This is a butterfly sanctuary. There are people here that take care of everything. The butterflies will land on you, so just be aware of that. If you are leaving and you do have butterflies on you, they will help you get the butterflies off. You are absolutely not allowed to take butterflies with you, so keep that in mind as you wander through the wildlife experience here. As you'll see in a minute, I had a little butterfly land on me. We had a really fun time. This is my third time I've been to Harvest Caye, and I really, really love it here. It is a really fun, beautiful private island. There you go. See my little butterfly friend hanging out with me. And then again, when you leave, there is someone at the gate to make sure that you're okay and there are no butterflies getting out. There is a toucan exhibit here. And then there is an iguana exhibit. Obviously, there's iguanas all over the island, so come over here and check out the iguanas. Then as you continue down through the wildlife experience, there are some monkeys, there are some macaws. Sometimes, you know, just like any other area where they have wild animals, they are sometimes difficult to spot, or they're not around. Or they're, you know, sleeping or whatever. So your mileage may vary when you're looking for specific things there. As you pop out of the wildlife experience here, if you go to your left, you're going to see a majority of the beach area, and we're going to head down towards the Flight House Zipline, which we just talked about as one of your excursions. The next excursion up for beach snorkel and adventure is the Glass Bottom Reef Explorer. It's a glass bottom boat. Goes out for about an hour and a half. It is $99. Minimum age is 5 and the maximum weight is 275 pounds. As you can see over here by the beach, there is a kids splash pad area. So if you do have kids, you can head over to the splash pad area. And there obviously is no pool there because you can't have kids in diapers in a pool, but they can be in the splash pad area, just so you know. See the little signs, everything is really well labeled so you know where everything is, how to get there. And we're gonna walk up towards the zip line area here across the beach area. And we're just gonna take a few little looks at the beach here so you have a good idea. You can rent these clamshells out. We'll talk about everything that you can rent out in just a few moments. You can do the Superman zip line, which is a half an hour. That is the front-facing one, obviously the Superman. It is $75. You must be 8 and a maximum weight of 250. There is a lagoon zip line as well, which goes across the lagoon. That's a half an hour, $65. 8 years old, 250 pounds maximum. You can go catch and release fishing. That is a 3-hour excursion, $139 per person. No minimums or weights there. You could do a wave runner, single person hour is $129. You must be 18 on the single one because you have to be 18 to drive, and the maximum weight is 450. There's also a wave runner for 2 guests. It's $159, and it's 18 to drive. So the second guest doesn't have to be 18, just so you're aware. Same 450-pound weight limit. Next up, those comfort rentals that we have. So different things that you could do. Obviously, you can get the clamshells. You can get a luxury beach villa that holds 6 guests, and that is all day for $899. We'll see those in a few minutes as we walk by the pool. There are private pool cabanas. They hold 4 guests the entire day, $399. The luxury beach villa has a wheelchair accessible cabana, and that is 6 guests, the same price for $8.99. And you can add on a guest for $49 up to 4. So you could have 10 guests if you wanted to in that luxury beach villa. You just have to pay extra. For the lagoon rentals, I'm going to go through these really quickly. Just keep in mind on these lagoon rentals, you cannot use your shore excursion credit if you have free at sea on Norwegian. Stand-up paddleboard is an hour for $29. A kayak in the lagoon, hour for $35, 8-year-old minimum there. You could do a double lounge chair rental. That's all day for $100. And then you could do a Fun Cat adventure boat, 16 years old to drive, an hour for $79. You have to be under 400 pounds for that. And then the last thing that you could do as a shore excursion is a village ferry to Placencia, which is the more inland mainland version of Belize if you want to go over there. That leaves at 8:45 in the morning. It will take you over there for 2.5 hours, and it is $49. As we come up here, we're going to see where you would head if you were doing the zip lines. As you can see, there's really cool. There's somebody doing the Superman zip line right there, which is really, really awesome. It is a bit of a walk to get over here to the zip line. Obviously, if you're doing the zip line, you really don't have mobility or accessibility issues, because that would be really tough to get all the way over there and to zip line. But if by chance you do, you could talk to guest services and the excursion desk about options for getting over there. The beach is really beautiful. I'm here mid-morning, so I always wait a little bit to get off the ship, and it just goes to show you a little bit that when people get off the boat, they just go to the first closest section of the beach. As you can see here, we did do a little bit of walking, but if you come down here, it is still pretty empty. It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning. You can see how far away from the ship we are there. But if you do come all the way down here, you will find much emptier spots of the beach. As you can see, walking back here, you're going to see many more people as we get closer and closer to the ship. Sometimes it pays just to keep walking and to go out a little bit. There are little bars and grills all around the island. Remember, you do have to pay for your food and drinks here. There are no free food and drinks on the island. As we continue to walk down, there are plenty of spaces for you to go. Plenty of chairs out there, lounge chairs, plenty of little picnic tables here if you order food and you want to sit back for a little bit, get out of the sun maybe for a little, get under an umbrella. There are umbrella rentals. You know, again, there are restrooms here all over the island. This is also a first aid station if you need any help. And there are these giant beach wheelchairs if you do have mobility issues or somebody in your family that has mobility issues. As we continue to wander back towards the ship area, we're going to head close to where the Harvest Caye Bar and Grill is. The bar and grill is right next to the pool, and actually in some spots right above the pool, which is very cool. So we're going to head up there. Again, you can see it's not overly crowded here, which is really nice. Only one ship can dock here at a time currently, so it doesn't get overcrowded in my opinion at all, which is pretty wonderful. You can see when you come up to the Harvest Caye Bar and Grill here, you could eat outside in the front, you can eat outside on the side, you could eat indoors, or you could eat upstairs on the terrace. And we'll show you that. We'll head inside and we'll show you what it's like to go in and eat up on the terrace. So you have these beautiful views of the pool, which is very, very nice. You can wander around the entire terrace up here and you have amazing views. You have beach views, pool views, everything you could want for a beautiful lunch. All of your bar drinks and food are an additional cost. Again, always just like to keep reiterating that so you're aware. We got some drinks here, some mojitos. Got some tacos, some French fries, some fried shrimp. Food was really good. The drinks were really good. They just cost a little bit extra. Little shrimp po' boy there. Then we're going to continue coming around. We're going to go over towards the pool area. The pool is massive. If you do have mobility issues, keep in mind there are mechanisms to help you get into the pool, so you are able to get into the pool area there. They will assist you. And there are spots where you can just walk into the pool as well. There is a swim up bar, or a walk up bar actually, because the water is very low there, where you could order your drinks. Little spicy margarita and some fun other drinks. Again, there are multiple entry points to the pool. There are spots where you can walk in, and there is handicap accessible entry into the pool as well. Just ask anyone you see that is working there for assistance, and they will come and help you to get into the pool area. The pool does not get overly crowded. Again, there's only one ship there. A ton of people are at the beach. There are people at the pool. So it is pretty comfortable in the pool all day. You even have this fun little waterfall element. All of the seating here around the pool is first come, first served, with the exception of the cabanas and the villas. Those are, obviously we talked about it, those are excursion rentals for the day. If you're wondering why some of these areas are closed, it's because they're helping someone get into the pool here. So just to be on the extra safe side. And you can walk across the bridge on the top of the pool here if you're heading back towards the ship. From up here, you're going to see the entire pool, and you're going to look all the way over to the Harvest Bar and Grill over there on your right. What a beautiful day too. It's always nice when you get there and you have great weather. And then as we pan over here to the left, you're going to see the villas in the back there, as you can see them. Cabanas back there. Really beautiful. Again, if you want extra information about any of the excursions and you are sailing to Harvest Caye, you can log into your Norwegian app on your phone, or you can go to ncl.com, log into your reservation, and explore all of those excursions. We went through every single thing that you could book. You even have some bars here along the pool. Now we're just going to show you some little nooks and crannies around the island. If you head down this way, what you're going to see is the back area of where the zipline comes out. Let me just wind down here. You'll see that it's very quiet here, but this is where you would get off the zip line. So if you're meeting someone and you're not sure where to go, it's in back of the little pool area here, as you can see where we went to when we got off. The island overall, as you can see, is really beautifully maintained and well taken care of. And there are lots of fun spots where you can just walk around and wander the island. It's very peaceful. And we're going to head back towards the ship area. As I mentioned, there are very few spots on the island where you are not allowed to go. There is a sign up here on the left that says no one is allowed over there. And of course, there are people over there because God forbid we follow the rules. There are so few rules, so hard to follow them. You just continue along this path, you will head right back to the ship area. Before we head back to the ship, we're going to do a second pass here of some of the shops, so you can just see how many of the different shops there are and how many things there are that you could do here. Chocolate shops, there are frozen drink places, places to get fruit, jewelry, clothes if you need souvenirs for anyone. Again, well-maintained signs everywhere so you know where to go and what's going on. Very easy to navigate. And I didn't find anyone here. Some islands, when you go there, the workers and the artisans from the shops are very aggressive and high sales. And I did not find that to be the case here at all. I felt everybody was very, very welcoming. They would talk to you, but didn't go out of their way to kind of like really kind of aggressively pull you into their shops, which is really nice sometimes. Gets a little overly aggressive. It gets a little weird sometimes. And then as you're walking through, you're going to see that there is a little section where there is a Belize sign. And this is behind the Belize sign. This is one of my favorite spots on the island. There are some little benches back here. It is very quiet and peaceful. You could sit and watch the boats go out on the lagoon. I sat here for about an hour, had a really, really peaceful lunch. I grabbed some food, just sat back there. And then here is, again, just to give you a little scale of how far it is back to the ship. So if you do need help, please jump on one of those trams. And then we're just going to pull out and we're going to leave Belize here for the day. What a wonderful day on the island of Belize at Harvest Caye, Norwegian's private island. If you have any questions at all about Harvest Caye, please comment below. If you need any help booking your next vacation on Norwegian Cruise Lines heading to Harvest Caye, please shoot me an email at jp@bitesizecruises.com. Have a wonderful, wonderful day and happy cruising. Bye.